Morning all, lovely Saturday morning again. Let's have a look at this average. I've been awake for about 20 minutes, so I could end up talking a lot of gibberish this morning and stuff that don't make sense. But I have had a cup of coffee, so I should be alert. Right, 11 crosses submitted from you guys, so thank you for that. Looking at this picture, we've got a very nice tight cluster there, haven't we? All 10 of them close together. There's one of them a lot higher up, which is quite feasible. I'm not saying it isn't. The judges are quite likely to go there. What I'm likely to do is to take that one out for the purpose of getting an average, because even though I think a judge will go there, no question, I think if there's a cluster like this, what they would normally do, sometimes they change it, depends what mood they're in, but what they would normally do is remove the outlier from up there. But let's draw some lines first and see how narrow a cluster this is. So if I look at that one there and then go from his other eye up to, well, let's use that top one there. See, look how narrow a cluster that is. In fact, if I take, we always said, what we said on Tuesday, that the biggest issue here was always going to be the height. How high were they likely to go, depending on this guy, because this guy is a fair bit away, isn't he? So that's still a tight cluster there. Let me go. All right, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to take that top left one out, because I think that's what they would do. Let's take that last one out and redraw these lines and have a look really how tight it is. Look how tight the width is there from the player in the stripes, and then it brings it a lot tighter than from the other guy who's peeping out the corner of his eyes there. That's a very, very tight cluster there, isn't it? And if I put the magnifying glass over there, they're more or less all within that magnifying glass. So yeah, so that's why I've taken the top one out. I think it's feasible. It makes sense. I think the judges would go there, but the majority, the cluster, have gone in this area. So let's get the average of that. Oh wow, it's just put the cross right up on the top left-hand corner. I'll put a cross in there manually now then, I think, and so we can put some lines through it so we can see. Oh, don't tell me it's broken again. Anyway, the average is showing as 28531219. Right, so what I've done there is I've put that average cross in there as an ordinary cross. I've taken somebody else's advice from a couple of weeks ago and drawn two white lines through that average, so we can see where that average is. I mean, if I put the magnifying glass over there, you'll see it, but it's right as you'd expect it to be. It's right smack in the middle of that cluster, but I'll put the coordinate up in the top right hand corner like I usually do, so you can add that into your own picture to see where the average is, and then, you know, work around that, whatever you want to do. I mean, I know a lot of you will have already submitted your tickets. In fact, I already have. I've done mine this week because I was convinced it was in the right spot. So let me make mine flash for there. Yeah, so I've gone further down and to the left. Perhaps now, looking at the average, I probably would have gone a bit higher, but there we are, too late now, I've done it. So it's going to be there. So there's our cluster. Let's get the target up. And we can't because the target's not working either. So it was fixed. It was fixed last week, and now it's broken again. I'm guessing it's another Google update. I'm sure there was a Google update. My laptop rebooted last night, so I think it's updated Google at the same time. So I know there's a lot of lines on there, and it's a bit confusing, but basically it does what we wanted to do. You can see where the general cluster is. Nobody's really sort of got a different opinion about the width and where the guy in the stripes is looking. It's more about the height from the guy on the left, and even that doesn't vary by much. So there we are on that one. Good luck, guys. Let's have a look at Revcomps. So what have I done for Monday's draw? All I've got is one ticket on this Volkswagen Tiguan R, just to be in it. Next Thursdays, they've added some more, but they haven't added many. So for Thursday's draw, all they've got on there is 3 cars and 2 bikes. But this one here, that's a big prize. So look at the others first before I have a closer look at that one. There's a Mini Cooper Club and SD, all 4-wheel drive automatic, and a BMW M4, which has got the dearer tickets. It's 22.5 quid that, but it's only 2,000 tickets. So let's have a closer look at this one. So this one's got a blinding prize on it. It's 2019 Lambo Huracan Performante and the 2023 Range Rover Sport, and it's the 3-litre diesel one, so it's probably the one to have. Now, if you take the 2 cars, that comes with 30 grand cash. Even though it doesn't say there, it does say further down in the text. So you could keep them both and have 30 grand cash. Or you can take the Lambo and 100 grand cash. Or the other option is you can take the Range Rover Sport and 230 grand cash. Or you can take all cash, £300,000 for the 2. I wouldn't want the Lambo, nowhere to put it, but as much as the £300,000 is tempting, I think I would probably opt to go for the Range Rover Sport and the 230, because 230 is still a chunk of money, isn't it? So I'd be tempted to go for the Range Rover Sport and 230,000 in the back pocket. That would be, I think that would be my choice where I would go for. But I've only got one ticket on this anyway, and it's like 50,000 tickets. But there we are. That would be my choice. So what have they got on the? They've added in another one this morning. So we've got. Well, I can keep this picture still. Hang on a second. So I haven't got one on this Abarth or this Mini. I've got 3 on this Transit Camper that's drawn tomorrow. I've got 3 in this Mercedes because it's a 1.5 diesel. There's millions and millions to the gallon. Got 1 on this Bullet Mustang, only because it's £45,000 cash alternative. Didn't go for this Can-Am Maverick thing. I thought that was a lot of tickets considering the cash alternative. It's 10,000 tickets at £3.5 a time. So that's like, you know, if they sold them all, it's nearly 35 grand in revenue, and yet the cash alternative was only 16. I thought that was quite low for what it was, but there we are. I didn't do anything on there. I think I got 1 on this little Beats Volkswagen up. It'll be a nice little runabout, and I'll probably get 1 on this as well. This popped up this morning. This is the Audi S3, the Quattro. So I might get 1 on there. We'll see. We'll see what comes up the rest of the day or tomorrow or whatever. There we are, guys. That's enough for me. Enjoy your weekend and good luck for Tuesday.